Oh shit, that's a really good one. Okay, apparently my easy run just proved that I got lucky on hard. So today we're doing... which ship am I allowed? Which ship am I allowed to use? Hey, Mr. Meowslin. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Can we try this one? I start out with a Zoltan shield, so I can't even claim it's RNG, right? Do you think we can do this? Is this gonna be really hard? Oh shit! I don't even know enough shit to run both my weapons. Really? This really makes you think, doesn't it? Does it make you think? It really makes me think. Why do some of my guys glow different colors? Did you see Tommy Lauren on The Daily Show? Yeah, I did. Oof, that was a little awkward. Wait, does this even get through shields? Damage per room hit 2. So it'll just do 1 damage per room hit? And he's got a missile? Oh, is this... oh, wait, but I start out with a Zoltan shield. So I probably want to try to hit... oh, I can hit 4 rooms at once? But I don't think I could ever hit 5 at once. Alright, well. Oh, boarding drone. I think I want to upgrade my weapon system first, right? So that I can actually use my shit. You watching the Game Awards later today? No. Jesus Christ. Don't upgrade the weapons. The Lido missile is shit tier. But I need something to disable their shields. Otherwise this beam is gonna get fucked, no? Especially if the shields are far away from the weapons. Oh, wow. Watch this leftist cuck get destroyed.
on their taxes, then we're on the road to socialism, and we're going to have a completely different type of public infrastructure.
No, what I told you is that even if you took all the money from the rich who you say are getting away with murder, and you took it all away, it wouldn't support one entitlement in this country for 3 years.
I don't believe that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I just don't. That sounds completely ludicrous to me.
Do you know that how much it will cost to mandate a $15 minimum wage across the country, to have everyone's student loan debt paid off, to pay for public college for everyone?
How much?
You have a rough idea on the cost of just the educational part, on the student loan part and the public college
yeah,
part?
absolutely. $1.3 trillion in student debt. That's just a beginning. And then billions and billions of dollars.
Do you know how much you get fully taxing the 1%? 100%.
I don't know. Is it close to the number, the $16 trillion that we spent to bail out the bank?
Okay, I don't care. These are memes. They both sound like memes to me, dude. So talk with Lauren Southern really happen? I think it is. She followed me on Twitter. I gotta start watching all of her shit now so that I know what to call her out on. Oh, Sargon apparently I talked to in 2 hours. But I don't know anything. I don't even know what we're going to talk about. I feel like it's going to be a really disappointing conversation. 35, I need 55. Well, wait, do I? Yeah, I will. Oh, fuck. Oh shit, can we get a fiver here? We need to go to the bottom pixel. Oh no, I don't think we can. Because I can't ever hit these two at the same time. Right? So we probably just want to go for this here. The Zoltan guys are really squishy, right? Like if somebody boards me, I'm gonna have legitimately a lot of trouble dealing with it, I think, yeah? Four fuel. Still have 2 shield things left. I don't think they can pop these shields. They can't board you if the Zoltan shield is up? Yeah, but that's easy enough to knock out, I think. Okay. Yes. Yes. Okay, so hopefully I can bring both of these weapons online now. This weapon seems really broken. Do you think starting off with this and the Zoltan shield? If you depower your shield, you get double damage? Wait, what do you mean? What? I don't think this guy can't actually do anything to me. Oh, depower the enemy shield. Oh, sorry, I know what you mean. Okay, hold on. So, I want to kill the shields and the weapons, so I want to do some path like this. There's no possible way to start low enough if I do pixel perfect. That's a nice 4 rooms or 3, but I gotta go for the weapons, I think. I could never 5 room that. Alright, I think we just do this. Like that shit. Like I just got cucked so hard. Like I think I could lose this fight because of that. Losing my weapon system. Oh my god, this layout is actually cancerous. Oh, hold on, I see. So we would do this to flood. I need to knock out their weapon system. I don't know if this will charge in time. I think I will. That last shot isn't gonna go off, will it? I think they're gonna die anyway, though. I'm only in the first room, right? Or is that second room damage? I think I'll just take it to minimize my own damage. What? Their shot still went through? Alright, hold on, we're restarting. Oof. I have, I've got 40 scrap right now. I could have upgraded my weapon system one more time to prevent that from happening. These guys are hella fragile. Do they start with half HP? Max health is reduced to 70% HP. Why are we playing this? I don't know. I just want to see how lucky I am, I guess. It is much better to start to upgrade your engine so your Zoltan shield stays up longer. I feel like I want to get this missile online first, though. I feel like that helps a lot. Oh, I was too conservative with my missile last time, too. I could have used it, but I didn't, because I was just being greedy. I feel like these kinds of shots are crazy early on. Why is U-turn 221 considered the best, other than the file sizes it can handle without crashing? When uTorrent was originally made, uTorrent was made as this insanely compact program in a time when torrent programs were bloated and disgusting, and torrent programs like BitTornado and BitComet and shit were the standard. When uTorrent came out, it was like in the order of like dozens of kilobytes large, and it did everything a torrent client you could ever ask for. It was compact as fuck. It offered a ton of functionality and features. It gave you access to magnet links, the ability to label torrents. Like, it was just the perfect program. Not bloated at all. Now it's bloated down with adware and shit, and there's like uTorrent Plus, and like basically all the reasons why it was created are now repair burst. It was created to rally against the things that it embodies now, I guess, is the problem. Oh, like this sucks. Shit. I guess it's not that bad. We just have to hope to disable the weapons. But they're gonna get missile shots off. Oh, but I have the Zoltan shield. You switched to Qubit Torrent? I was using Qubit Torrent for a while. It's nice. I use Deluge now because Qubit Torrent was crashing on the really high, on my music torrent, I guess, high file sizes. What do you think about the Ninja Docs thing? I don't know. I really want to see what that guy donated. I don't know what the donation was. It set him off so hard. I'm curious if I could at least empathize a little bit with him, because obviously it looks really fucking bad. But maybe the guy said or did something like really fucked up. I don't know. Oh shit, this is actually viable. You recommend getting a seed box? Nah, fuck that. Just seed everything you download. People that tell you need a seed box are just salty. You don't need a seed box, I don't think. I only uploaded 8 torrents to Xanax because I'm lazy as fuck, and I've got already got a gigabyte uploaded. Oh, well, okay, that's nice. That actually really helps. I think Angie should probably be a pilot, right? Having a Zoltan as a pilot is a big waste on a system, is it not? Aslan, what are you meowing so much for? How did Ninja even get his address, you think? I don't want to reveal that shit, dude. My guess is that he saw the email address, he did some stuff to look around at the email address, and then was able to find some dude's information off of that, would be my guess. Aslan, hey. An Inji adds 1 power bar to any room he is in. Wait, what do you mean by that? Like the ability to fill up a power bar? That's not true, is it? Okay, yeah, never mind. You're talking about the Zoltan dudes. Twitch alerts doesn't show the address if you look at the PayPal transactions. God damn it. I don't think so. Okay, so like these ship designs, I should be able to get crazy damage on. Oh, actually, I think I just one-shot this guy because he doesn't have a shield. Aslan, what's wrong? Why are you meowing so much? Mr. Meowslan. NGS pilot isn't great either, though, since you wanted to... Yeah, yeah, it's not optimal, sure, but I would rather have one extra power bar in every area than waste an entire power bar, which is insane fucking value at this stage of the game. Rather than having a Zoltar as a pilot. Wait, what's wrong? That's what's wrong. Cut across like this. Actually, that's not optimal. Hold on. Optimal would be cutting across like this, so that we hit the shield first and then we do damage to 3 other rooms. Rather than hitting O2, then shield, and then damage to 2 other rooms. I'm not gonna missile. If I missiled the shields, I would do a lot more damage, but I think I'll take out everything on this next shot. And I shouldn't take any damage. Yeah, there go all the weapons. Okay, we're good. Or I think, I hope. Probably. I still have 1 Zoltar shield left. And I have normal shields too, so he's not gonna get through or do any damage. Nope. And then 1 more meme. Oh, fuck. We got a teleporter. I probably want the combat EXP, huh? Even though these guys suck at fighting. Just gas him? I think I want the combat EXP when I can get it. Meow! Meow! Mr. Meowslin! Meow! Meow! Wow, this is really annoying. Meow! Meow! We could throw up another engine. Your two hit thing has nothing to do with the skill of your shooter, does it? I don't think. What is Apollo and why are people using it instead of Xanax? Xanax changed their name to Apollo. Oh, whoa, the Machida dude. Did you meme your PS4 to an SST yet? No. Do you ever get anything good for giving field to these guys, or? I guess that's okay. I got a map. Meow, meow, Mr. Meow. Is this a big meme? 1, 2, 3, 4. No, only 4. Fuck! And the layout makes it so you never really want to go for 4 because you gotta do shields and missiles. Really? Alright, sit the fuck down. You can go for 4 rooms hitting shields and weapons? I don't think you can. Can you reach from here? Oh shit, I never realized that, my bad. It's like just barely on it. The Digital Foundry did a video on PS4 Pro SSD versus HDD and they found the difference to be very small. It can't really be that small, can it be? Okay, here's a quick meme that we talked about before, okay? The difference between, actually here, let's look at real numbers, okay? R50, I'm sorry. So, okay, when we're looking at, if we're looking at an upgrade from a shitty 5200 RPM drive, I'm seeing sustained data transfer rate should be, that's sequential read and write, right? Or at least sequential read, at 118 megabytes per second. And the, on a just a shitty Samsung 850 Evo, we're looking at 540 megabytes per second. I don't understand how it couldn't be some at least twice as fast. I mean, on paper, it looks 3 to 4 times as fast.
Pro with an SSD comes in at around 6.
Hold on. HGST 5400 RPM specs. The bottleneck is elsewhere. Well, thanks, genius. But the PS4 upgraded to a SATA 3 connection. So where else is the hardware at? Where else is the bottleneck at? So media transfer rate, I'm guessing is what we would look for here. Is about what we would expect it to be. 998 megabits per second divided by 8 gigabytes is 125 megabytes per second. If the PS4 is using a SATA 3 interface, then what else is your bottleneck?
.67 seconds. The bad news is that's only 2 seconds ahead of the standard PS4 with the very same drive. There's barely anything between them, and the supposed advantage of SATA 3's higher data throughput is clearly being cut short by a bottleneck elsewhere in the system. Our suspicion is game loading speeds still use an allocated bandwidth. It's a fixed cap on speeds to make sure other background processes like installing, downloading, and the recording features can all run at once. All of which...
Oh. So what this guy is saying is that since the PlayStation 4 as a console, you want to deliver a smooth and consistent experience across your UI and your entire system. So what he's saying is that games are pre-allocated a maximum transfer rate to ensure that they don't interfere with other processes on the PlayStation's operating system. So even if you put in the fastest SSD in the world, the PlayStation 4 has a allocation limit where it will not let it transfer faster than some predetermined limit in order to make sure that it doesn't interfere with anything else going on. Although that's just a guess. Obviously, he doesn't actually know if that's true or not. That's just a guess.
Means the advantage with SATA 3 is there, but too slight to rave about. Even in the best case scenario with the PS4 Pro and SSD, The Witcher 3 still takes over a minute to load. Now curiously, if we look to the left, we do see the Pro's 1TB stock drive loading in Novigrad faster than the standard PS4's 500GB stock drive. That's 78 seconds versus 92, cutting 14 seconds off the clock with the PS4 Pro's default drive. It's unexpected, but a trend that carries into several other games as well. Fallout 4 is a great example. We've picked a save game in Concord Town, one of the longest initial loads we've found, at 55 seconds on the base PS4 stock drive. When it comes to the SSD results though, again we're staring at similar slight margins. 26 seconds on the PS4 Pro with an SSD, compared to 29 on the standard model using that same OCZ drive. A 3-second SSD advantage on PS4 Pro, but again we're getting a more exciting game with the stock mechanical drives.
The stock mechanical drive. Well, what do you mean? Wait, this looks pretty good over here, does it not? That was a significant gain, was it not?
More then, let's try Just Cause 3. Loading a new game puts the PS4 Pro at just 1 second ahead on SSD next to the standard PS4. Weirdly enough, the game did give us an outlier in our mechanical drive results. The older PS4's 500GB drive actually wins out by a 7-second margin compared to PS4 Pro on stock. It's unusual compared to most of our other tests, but it shows there's some variance when it comes to mechanical drives with large tables of contents. Generally speaking though, the Pro's 1TB drive tended to give the better returns. And of course, not all loading times are as long as these games. Take Project Cars as the...
Oh man, I bet they don't do it. The interesting test here would be to take the HDD out of the base PS4 and swap it with the Pro's mechanical drive and then see if the loading times switch or if they stay the same. Because if the loading times stay almost the same after the swap, then you guarantee that there's some kind of allocation limit inherent to the system or the operating system, right? That would be that would have been a really interesting test. Does he do it? I doubt he will. Why would you ever do that? Unless you were like specifically thinking about shit like that.
14.
Is there a test where somebody does that? Oh, I'd be curious to see it. Swap PS4 and PS4 Pro drives. I guess I have a PS4 and a PS4 Pro sitting right here next to each other. I'm too lazy to do that shit though. I don't think anybody would do it. Fuck. Alright, whatever. What are we doing? Is this guy already dead? Wait. Oh, I just accepted an offer, I guess? Wow, Ian Dog, welcome to the Tier 4 Cyber Clubber, buddy. No, wait. 2 months Twitch Cyber Clubber. Oh, and I guess you're Tier 4 Cyber too. I wouldn't be surprised if the PS4 Pro is a slightly newer model of HD than the PS4. Yeah, but I'm wondering if the bottleneck is in an allocation limit in the system, it won't matter. Which would be the interesting thing, you know? 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Do I have enough time? I think we do. Oh, I got a new crew member. Fuck, I didn't put him somewhere first. These non-shield memers are retarded as fuck. I just obliterate your ship in like a single shot, dude. Oh my god. Could he actually get away? He might. Let's mess up his thing, hopefully. Oh my god. And that's gonna hit. Give me a good meme. Damn, this ship layout is actual cancer, do you think? Holy fuck. Oh, what? This looks like... Is this a big meme? I can never hit both, right? Oh, fuck. Wow, this looked so lucrative. I can only hit 4 at a time? I mean, 4 at a time is good, I guess. I can't complain. Oh, wait. That's one of those invader drones, isn't it? You can hit 5? Am I doing it at the right... Oh, fuck. Oh, wait, there we go. Oh, wait, that's easy. Oh, anti-personnel drone, that's his. Oh my god. These guys are fucked already. 3 fuel, 4 missiles. That's actually pretty good. 3 fuel and 4 missiles. Shit, scrap, but I'm getting low on fuel. This is really spooky. That's what I want. Give me that good damage. One missile and what? Nah, you dead, dude. Did that actually do hull damage, or was that taken earlier? Okay, we have to exit now. Oh no, fuck. I mean, how do I say no to that? There's so much scrap right now. I don't think I really can I? We have 10 fuel. We'll go to the nebula. much would I need? There's no way. I could throw up another engine upgrade. That's not horrible. Oh, I could have thrown up another one. I can still throw up another one because I don't have any missiles. Try to minimize hull damage. Yeah, that's true. If a 2-shield member pops up, I have to run, I think. Well, I can get missiles from this too, though, maybe. Get one shot, kid. Always go rebel. More fights equals more scrap. Is that true? I thought that I could get more fights in a nebula because I can go through more systems. These ships are retarded. I'm set on hard, right? Is there a way I can check? I'm pretty sure I'm on hard. Yeah, because I'm not getting much scrap. Press escape to check. Difficulty hard, yeah, okay. Ah, fuck. Oh, can we get big memes in here? We can do 5 here. I don't think I can get 5 starting from the shield room though. Because I have to pick. Fuck, that didn't even help that much. Damn, fucking rip. I don't feel like I have much money to go to a store with. Okay, this was a big meme one. Can I do 5 from the shield room though? That's hitting the shield room second. That's okay. I need to save my missiles. I shouldn't be using them. I shouldn't have used them last time, I don't think. Oh, shit. The missiles are down, but they still have that laser beam bullshit. That's okay, then. I don't think I think this guy's fucked. 2 missiles and 7 scrap. kind of need the missiles, but I also want more scrap. 7 scrap is pretty shit. 2 missiles is what we're gonna get. I don't think I'm gonna get any missiles now. 18 scrap. Yeah, that kind of sucked. We'll go here and then hit up the store. Purchase an unknown weapon for 45 scrap. Nah, fuck that. I still don't know what you can roll for that, so I'm always scared to take it. This sucks. I can only hit 3 rooms in this layout, I think. And they've got a teleporter, but I think we'll get the teleporter down before. But I'm not going to do anything to the weapons with this shot. I think we'll fire a missile and we'll see what we do to the shields. If we take out the shields completely, we'll go for weapons. Nope. Seven missiles? Yeah, that's easy. I'll take that shit. You saw your Twitter snack? No, what the fuck? Why would I sell? I'm never using this shit. Cloaking, drone control. I don't think I'm buying crew either. I've got 5 people. Ion blast, heavy ion, hull beam. This all sucks shit. Feel though. Oh no, I've got 15. Probably good. Fuck. I don't know why I came here. Do you really think anybody is gonna use no stream now? Nice meme. Oh, this looks like a big meme. Do you think this music kind of sounds like the Keemstar music for Drama Alert? So, these missiles can only do 1 damage. That means that, and shields always have a minimum of 2. So that means these missiles will never take down an enemy shield, huh? These missiles kind of suck. Maybe I should have got the Ion Blast. Fuck. I should have bought it. I should have. I could go back and buy it. Ah, oh, man. How inefficient. 1, 2. I just wasted 2 whole jumps. Ion Blast 2. Required power 3. Charge time 4 seconds? What? So every 4 seconds, I can do 1 shield damage. Oh, but will I break through a shield doing only 1 damage? Whereas this does 2 damage. But it's 13 seconds. Is the Ion Blast 2, is that actually enough to take down the shield? Alright, we'll try it. I kind of want to just sell my missile launcher. I need so much power for this. Fuck. I'm gonna hold on to it for now. Nah, fuck it. I don't know why I'm shooting missiles. It's a waste. Look, like right there. I did 1 damage to the shield. Why didn't the shield come down? Do you think it's because he could have like level 3 in shields or some shit? They have 3 power. Yeah. I guess there's no real reason. I don't really need the buffer right now, right? Because I've got my missiles on. I think we can do 1, 2, 3. Do you think? Rock or Mantis? I think we go Rock. I don't want Mantis warriors on my ship. Will fuck me. I wonder what's actually harder to kill, a Rock or a Mantis? Oh, God. 3 of them? I have a Mantis warrior, though. Fuck you. Why isn't my Mantis going? Oh, because I only put Zoltans there. Fuck. Whatever, I guess it doesn't really matter. Oh god, and there's solar flares here? Can I really risk losing a crew? If I lose a Zoltan, dude, I'm actually fucked. I don't think I can risk it. I could kill my whole run here if I lost somebody important. Does anybody know what the odds of that roll are? Is it actually 50-50? Oh, this is the big meme ship. Oh, that's teleporters on board though. He's offering me small bomb. I think I have to take this, and 18 scrap. That's really good. Oh, that's the teleporting bomb. I feel like it did more crew damage than 30 before, but whatever, I'm taking that easy. 3 fuel left. That's pretty spooky. We need to start playing for fuel. Is this a 5-room ship? I think it's just 4. Do I S-bomb those shields? I don't think so. Actually, I do think so. Fuck these guys. I have no way to vent that. Holy shit. Oh my god. That's in that room again. He just blew my dude up. I lost a Zoltan. Should have moved my Enchi down. This is my fastest repair. Fuck me. Was this a 5er? Yeah, it was. Two fuel and 2 missiles. Sure. You encounter a small crowd of minimal propulsion. Its rock reminds me that the rock homeworld is run on lies and propaganda that keep the populace in check and that they want no part in it. Tell them their god sent them here to join your crew. Promise to share with them the truths they've been denied. requires level 2 sensors. Oh, so we do option 2 here. God damn it. Automated reloader helps so much. I kind of want to buy a crewman. But, fuck, I need to fix my hull. Yeah, and I need fuel as well. Fuck. This Gatling laser would have been nice, but... Missiles are becoming really important to me now. What? Oh. Ouch. There we go. Ooh, this is getting really spooky. That's gonna hurt. Oh, I missed. If I accept their offer, I'm still gonna get hit by their fucking missile, though, aren't I? Oh, no, just kidding, because we dodged it, because we're fucking gods. One, two, three. I wonder if I go there. 1, 2, 3. No, I can't do all that. Oh, fuck you. Fucking racism, dude. I can't. I need... Oh, no. I need my missiles. So 5? I need the missiles, dude. I'm so sorry. Three shields. Is it all over here? Am I actually able to do anything to this guy? I have to disable his weapons. And they already... There's all my shields. Oh, at least that missed, I guess. Shields down to 2. Shields down to 1. Let's cut out some of these drone fuckers. think I have to... I can't... The Ion Blast was a mistake. I think buying the Ion Blast was a mistake, and I think I knew it was a mistake, because it was too much energy. I shouldn't have listened to chat on that. I need to unlock 2 more. And not only was it a mistake to buy it, I wasted 2 jumps. Yeah, the heavy ion I think would have been better. I need to get 125 scrap in order to make this purchase worth it. That's what I have to be like for. I don't know if I can do it. 6 missiles left. Oh, God. It doesn't matter what I aim for, right? It's going to do the same amount of damage because I'm just shooting at the shield. Wow. Will my S-bomb at least do some damage to the shield? Oh yeah, it does.
Destiny and chat, I need your help. Does anyone remember a video of a guy streaming while holding a cat and it turns around and punches him out of his chair? Bonus meme to fellas.
This guy's fucked. We're almost up there. One more upgrade. Oh God, another 3. If I can win this fight without dying, my whole, then we won't die. He's got that laser thing too. And my bomb missed. Oh, that might be it, boys. Yep. Fuck, dude. I shouldn't have bought the Ion Blast. It killed my run. Fuck, that was so stupid. That's alright. Alright, well, we know better for next time. One of the things that I think chat has a big problem with in looking at the suggestions is that I think you guys don't have any concept of, I don't think you guys have a good concept of, like, scaling, right? Like, I noticed that in chat. On the first day that I played, I didn't know anything about this game, but I noticed that now, like, if you guys see a weapon that would be really good against the boss in Sector 2, you guys will be, like, screaming at somebody to buy it. Like, oh, like, that weapon is so good. And it'll be, like, a 4-power weapon. Like, the Glaive Beam. I remember you guys were telling me to buy that in, like, Sector 2. And it's like, oh, good, dude, Glaive Beam, it's so sick or whatever. Like, oh fuck, now I just want to play Final Fantasy 15. I don't know if I can do this again. If I feel like doing this again. I think most of chat plays the game on easy or normal. We have lots of scrap to blow. Yeah, maybe. Wait, did my laser miss? Oh no, it hasn't charged yet, I don't think. I don't think it's unreasonable to consider, but I agree it can be a bit of a risk. Well, I think that Oh my god. I think that the point of this game is to maximize your advantage in the moment, like all the time, so that you can snowball. I think the point of this game is to snowball, not to barely hold on or to make huge investments into the future and hope that you get something really good. Wait, does no damage, but ignites fires? Oh, this is shit. Oh, fuck, he's even got the next level in shields. It's alright. There's no way I can hit up all these nebula. Fuck this. Take out the orphans. Oh, fire. Oh my god, really? Okay, whatever. I'm gonna get fucked. Two missiles. I just want scrap for now. More scrap. Oh. The layout of the ship is so shit, dude. It's really early in the run. I could just do this roll, and then if I fail, we could play Final Fantasy 15. Okay. Or I could keep playing this game. I said I'm not debating Stargun until 4 o'clock my time. It's an hour and a half from now. Right, that Lauren chick plays video games too? I swear to God, I'm queuing these attacks up. Was she part of like Gamergate or whatever? I never remember hearing that. These beams are memes. Does anybody else think so? Or at least in the early phases. I just need something that can kill shields for phase 2. 6 feel is actually really good. I really want scrap though. I've got 14 feel, only 10 scrap. You gotta die, dog, I'm sorry. You would offer me like 12 scrap? Oh, fuck. Well, I got a rock, man, I guess. That's okay. Man them doors, homie, because you're way too fucking slow to be all the way on cameras. Well, let's see. If I wanted to run to any of these rooms, you have to go through 1, 2, 3, 4 rooms versus here's 1, 2, 3. Yeah, never mind. Okay. If I hadn't lost my dudes to spiders, I would have a crew of 6 right now. stop talking about flat tax memes in my fucking Twitch chat? This has gotta be a $5, dude. Boy. Come on. Fuck. Come on, Rockman. Automated reloader? Okay, dude. Do I want to try to arm this? Required power 2. Oh, fire beam does no hull damage, so it cannot pierce any amount of shields. Never mind. Okay, definitely not. Seven fuel for 2 missiles. Yeah, sure. I like fuel. I kind of want to hit up a store. Oh, we could do that. I gotta get to those nebula down there as well. Okay. Charlie! Dude, I'm getting crew like crazy. And now we're fully manned. Feels good, man. Oh, fuck, I can't get to the store. Do you think I'll find another store? I think we can do this. Shields, always. Into weapons, right there. Fuck! 1 shield. Oh, we're fine. This is still a 1 shield system. Right? Yeah, it is. Rip. Don't even think about teleporting here, you little fuckers.
Yeah, boy! Yeah, boy! Yeah, boy! Yeah, yeah, boy! Yeah,
Oh
boy.
my god. That's... Okay, fuck. I know what I said earlier about not being able to use it, but that's like the run... Oh no, Burst Laser 1. Oh no, Burst Laser 2. That's like the run right there. That's the run right there. I can't not buy that. I don't think I cannot buy that. That's 3 shots, dude. That's it. 80. That's all my fucking money, dude. I think I'll be able to bring it online soon, if I believe. Tossing this fire shit. Do I want to sell some shit missile launcher? I can't afford it yet, so I think I want to hold on to the missile launcher just in case it's like a pass through. I think I can have this unlocked by the end of this system. Because we have the power. I just need to unlock 2 power bars, right? Shit. 85. I think we can do this by the end of the system. Or 2 weapons things. And then maybe 1 power bar. rearrange the weapons and have the burst laser right now? I don't want the burst laser right now, though. Okay, can we get through this nebula completely? Fuck. No! We should just do this. Repair arm. Repairs your hull every time you collect scrap, reduces scrap collected by 50%. Does that mean that even if your hull is at 100%, it'll reduce the scrap you collect? I don't know if I like that. I can't put it in the cargo. You spy 2 pirates lurking here that remain unaware of your presence. Secure the fuel supply, the ammunition. What, one is missiles and one is fuel? I don't think I want missiles. And it's still just a 1-shield ship. You just passed a shot. I can't put it in cargo. Damn, he's got that burst laser. Come on, take his weapons out before he fucks my hull up. Oh, he's riding only that burst laser now. What a little cuck. Oh my god. Did I fuck myself? I don't know if I'll be able to go back to that store. On hard, the value of repair arm is way better. Yeah, but my... Never mind, we're fine. This is perfect. It's perfect. We're perfect. Wait. Was I here before? Automated reloader, repair arm. Wait, what did I say that caught my eye? Oh, the automated reloader. I think I have one of these on my ship, don't I? Oof. It's too risky, though. That's the memes right there, dude. I don't think I ever want to use this. I'll hold on to it just in case. Should I? I don't think I'm ever using this. Nah, because look how much it would require my weapon systems upgrades just to use it. We're never using this. I have no shields though. I need one more power upgrade. Okay, I think I can kill like anything in the fucking game. Like, I think I can like single volley this shit. You can only do 4 here, right? 7 missiles! It's so many! But I don't need them. I just want scrap. 18 scrap. That's what the fuck I'm talking about. Alright, so now we bring our shields back online, and then, yeah, now I'll work on my... I don't know if I should get my second set of shields or more engine upgrades. Upgrade your door subsystem for 34 scrap. I don't even think that's cost effective, is it? Oh, it's 50? Oh, I guess it would have been. Huh. Oh, yeah, asteroid systems would fuck me, you're right. Oh no, that's not good. I have to wait a little bit. Actually, no, fuck these guys. Four fuel? I just want scrap, dude. And you're not giving me enough of it, baby. That was 10 scrap, and now I got 16. I don't think I've ever won one of those roles. Attempt to follow and help the dudes or whatever. Oh shit, I forgot I'm fighting somebody. Oh no! This is actually really bad. I should have started moving Rockman down. feel like I'm gonna die here. I think it's all over, boys. Oh my god, I shot my laser early. One shot and we're done, boys. I think it's all over, guys. Oh shit, maybe not. I need more scrap. 13 scrap is not enough. Fuck you. 23 scrap is better. Holy shit. Dude, I fucked myself so hard. When those people teleported in, I thought it was just an intruder. I didn't think I was fighting a ship. Alright, we don't need oxygen. We need to maximize our store surge. 1, 2. I don't know if we can jump back there in time. Pretty sure we're fucked. I don't think... that S-bomb. That's so much scrap. It's only a 3. Fuck, I think it is. Oh no. That's the 4, but it doesn't hit the shields at all. So I have to cut down. Oh god. I do not have the shields for this. Wow. Four fuel and 13 scrap. I need way more scrap. Okay. Slightly less cocked on power. Take the cargo and head to the original destination. I don't think I've got time to get back, do I? Would I actually get a better reward than this if I were to go back? Oh, it should be in another system. Did, wait, so is this, cause like this looks like a good roll. Do I really want to go to a farther place? Sensors for 18. That's a late game upgrade. I don't know if I should have done that. I need to get the next level of shield so bad, and my engines are really shit too. 15% evade. Oh! Destiny give up on Final Fantasy 15? No, dude, listen, okay? Oh my god, all these quests.
Yeah, are we playing our chess game today?
Are you fucking kidding me?
What?
Oh my god, Mr. Moon, I've got so many quests.
Quests?
Yeah, just let me clear the
playing
system,
faster.
okay? And then we'll do it, alright?
Alright, clear this. Are you ready to get destroyed?
Do you really think I'm gonna get destroyed, Mr. Moon? Let's be honest here.
I mean, if history repeats itself, Steven, then you will be destroyed today.
Alright, we'll see.
Steven, I'd like to apologize for destroying your chest. I'm just
Oh,
apologizing to everybody today.
Alright, buddy. Oh my god, I just got cucked by my synergy bugs. Oh, nice. Feels good, man. I think I might just warp out of here. 3 shields? I don't know if I can deal with it. Where the fuck are my shields? Oh, there it is. Double misses. Are you kidding me? I don't have enough to get through these shields. I need some type of bomb. I need an S-bomb. That S-bomb I saw in that one system would have been sick as fuck. And we're missing way too much. I need to jump. Yeah, cloak up, buddy, so I can get the fuck out of here. Hull repair. Oh, but I need like a drone or whatever to do anything with that, huh? Yeah. Okay, this time there is a ship. Oh my god, I didn't repair my shit or heal my people. Did I just cuck and fuck myself? And they've got these fucking bombs. Fuck. Okay, we're going for shields. These guys aren't dead after all that? Are you fucking kidding me? How are there 3 people in this room? This is some fucking buggy ass bullshit. 14 scrap. Nah, fuck you, dude.
I can't tell who's trolling anymore on your subreddit about the FTL stuff.
Dude, welcome to my life.
Have you talked about the final solution on your subreddit at all, or no?
The final solution on my subreddit. What's that mean?
Think about it. I don't want to like reveal anything.
I don't know. Just talk about it. I don't hide shit from my subreddit.
Mycom.
What about him?
What you asked him to do.
I don't know. What did I ask him to do?
I'll PM you on Skype. I don't think you.
Just say it. What the fuck? Don't be a pussy.
Oh, I don't know.
You're
I
a
don't know
pussy.
what else
Oh
to
my
say.
god, Mr. Mooten, the fucking pussy, dude. Oh, I already talked about that. I already said I would do
Oh, you
that.
already
Get it
talked
set up
about
a bot to ban
Oh, I
people that
didn't-
frequently post to the Donald. Yeah, I don't give a
I
fuck,
thought.
dude.
I didn't think you were doing it, dude. What the fuck?
Thank you for the discussion, though. I really wanted to keep my my hatred of people from there a secret.
Well,
I didn't want people to. I didn't want people to know about it.
Dude, I just thought people were gonna get hella mad.
Okay. I mean, they might get hell mad, but you know, dude.
They probably will. You're banning half of your fan base right now, dude. People are calling me a pussy now, dude. Feels bad, man.
I mean, you kind of are.
I mean, they're not wrong. They're not wrong.
These motherfuckers trying to jump fucking Charlie? Oh shit, never mind, there's even more over there. Oh shit, there's a lot of these fuckers. Alright, Charlie, time to clean up. How do they fit so many people in these rooms? Yeah, fuck them up, Charlie. Fuck them up, Charlie. They don't all fight. Yeah, I know. That's still bullshit, though. Damn, dude. Oh, fuck. Sargon got his time zones wrong. Uh-oh. Hey, it's not me for once today. Oh, my God, dude. Oh, no shields. What the fuck kind of cuck-ass ship is this?
Getting lucky again, dude.
Destiny? More like Spestini. Bonus meme. Disgustini.
What? Put someone on shields. Oh, whoops. I feel like I should have my engineer on shields. I'm not fucking on my time zones, am I? No.
What are you guys debating?
I have no idea, dude.
Don't even know. Alright.
This is only a forfer, right? I think. 15 scrap. Sargon is killing the run, boys. Alright, hold on, I'll be right back, 1 sec. Oh, I can run 3 minutes of rounds while I'll be right back, actually. So yeah, I will be right back, 1 second. Well, guys, let's get right into the memes. Does anybody know what platform Sargon streams to? He says he'll be live streaming as well, but I asked him. I guess he'll probably respond. sector are we in? 3 or 4? Is there gonna be any Final Fantasy tonight? Yeah, after Sargon memes we'll do it. Or when this run ends, I guess, if I'm not dead yet. When is it? I don't know, like 2 minutes? Whenever he's ready. Halberd beam. Oh, that's what I have right now. Scrap recovery arm. I'm getting this so late in the game though, I wonder if it's still worth it. Oh wow, this sells for a fuck ton. Destiny, you need more lasers? Yeah, I think I do. But this is a whole laser, it's not good. You guys give chat crap for suggesting them against you to play, but you enjoyed all the games chat made you play. No, I give chat crap because when I start playing them, they get really mad. Like, I don't think anybody wanted to watch me play RimWorld anymore. Or Factorio. Okay, this is a huge meme ship, isn't it? We can do 5 rooms. Five missiles? That's not really that good. 17 scrap. I need fuel. Good luck, buddy. Mantis Homeworld. That means new ship, right? Oh fuck, we're using Google Hangouts. Jesus Christ! Wow, can we chill the fuck out? Oh, he has no shields. Where is that? In here? Oh. Oh no. Oh, I've got doors here? What the fuck? I didn't even know that. Okay, this shit needs to go. Oh, did this guy just get one volley? Is he going to YouTube stream it? Yeah, I think so. Okay, I need topics from you guys, I guess. I know all of you are fucking Sargon fans, so... What topic do you want to finally see Destiny get cucked on? Ooh, 125. I want to maximize. Fuck. Oh, God. Oh, God. Fuck, I'm really close to that cloaking. I should have fucking did a jump beforehand. Fuck me. But I'm trying to maximize my area searched for quest. Alright, this is my last fight, and then I'm gonna hop into this call, guys. Where's the shield at? No way, is this only a 4? The casual 2v1. No, wait, never mind. That's not a casual 2v1. I thought he could do it while regenning. Okay, I'll kind of play this in the background, I guess. Should I? Would that be rude? I'm not even sure. Okay, Google Hangouts wants to use your camera. No, I don't think so.
There's a settings option that you might want to check your microphone on.
Can you hear me now? Nope.
I can. How's it going?
Oh, you can hear me. Oh, wait, now he can't hear me. Oh, sorry, now you couldn't hear me. Okay,
Can you
now
hear
you can hear me? Hello, hello? Hi.
Hello.
Oh, hey, I can hear you now. Right, you can hear me?
I did hear you very briefly, by the way.
Okay. Wait, you can't hear me now, though? Fuck, I pushed the mute button, but then I unmuted it. Alright, test 1, 2. Can you hear me now? God damn it. Test, test, test.
You're not coming through at all now, though.
Okay, I don't want it to use my camera. But I do want it to use my microphone. Okay, got it. Alright, hello?
Hello.
Oh, okay, you can hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Is it okay if we have cameras off for this, or do you need camera on, or?
Honestly, that's fine. That's more than acceptable for me.
Gotcha. All right, I'll turn down this. All right, well, how's it going? How you doing? The man, the myth, the legend.
That's the same I've heard from you about you, actually. Yeah, I'm really good, man. How are you doing?
I'm doing great.
Yeah, what have you been playing recently?
A little bit of Final Fantasy 15, and then some game called Faster Than Light.
What's wrong with Final Fantasy 15? I've heard a lot, and it's not been that great.
Well, for me personally, I think the reason why it's fucked is because there's a lack of diversity in the main cast. It's 4 men, dude. No women, no ethnic variation.
Are you serious? You're not-
I'm only half joking. I don't know. I actually haven't played that far into it. I mean, it's got really large shoes to fill.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. The Square Enix is. I think a lot of people have viewed it as kind of going downhill since for a long time. Do you play like a lot of video games or?
I do. I've been a big gamer for a long time now.
Oh, okay. I didn't actually know that.
I'm PC Master Race, unfortunately, for the console plebs. So I tend to play strategy games like a giant nerd.
Gotcha. Did you grow up playing any console games?
Yeah, I had a Mega Drive and stuff.
Oh, holy shit. Wait, how old are you again?
37 now.
Oh, damn. Okay. So that's even before my time. Well, I guess growing up, the console RPGs were kind of a whole different world than what exists now. So I think that, yeah, it seems like we're constantly trying to recapture that old RPG kind of thing, but now everything has moved towards like open world, which has its whole own set of problems and whatnot. So I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, once I get farther into Final Fantasy, I'll know why people are hating it or not hating it. It got a lot of good reviews from like the gaming websites, but those are pretty much worthless. So I don't know.
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, I you know what? I've actually been playing Ark a lot recently. I actually enjoyed it so much I went and got my own server because it really spoke to my inner 10-year-old.
Ark is the that's kind of like one of the big survival games, like Rust or kind of. Is that the one with the dinosaurs?
It is the one with the dinosaurs.
Gotcha. A lot of people wanted me to play it, but I never got around to it.
Oh, it's brilliant. I love it. But it's a total time sink.
Yeah.
You will, spend all day doing it.
For sure.
But oh man, my inner 10-year-old is like, right, so I can it's basically like Lego with dinosaurs. So okay.
Gotcha, yeah.
What am I not loving about this?
Sure.
So yeah, I play that most of the time these days. But, all right, okay, I'll just put us live and give you a quick introduction. Although I don't really know how to introduce you. How would you like me to introduce you?
I guess you could just say Destiny Pro Streamer on Twitch TV or whatever. It's all fine. What's the link to your thing, and then I'll link it to my people who are. I'm online right now, by the way. So don't give me your phone number or anything like that.
Yeah.
If you just DM me on Twitter, the link to your stream, I'll link it in my.
Well, I've tweeted it out. But yeah, I will DM it to you.
So what happened with you? Are you actually shadow banned on Twitter?
Without a doubt.
What? So for what? Did they ever tell you why?
No, I've not had any correspondence with them.
Huh.
Presumably wrong think, or it may have involved gay porn.
Okay. Are you not?
Yeah, okay,
are
no,
you? That's
actually,
something I've never known. Are you allowed to tweet not safe for work content on Twitter or not? I don't actually.
There are loads of porn accounts.
Yeah,
on
exactly.
Twitter.
Yeah.
So what's the problem? I couldn't see the problem. And the thing is, right? Basically, the alt-right don't like me. They've never liked me, and they never will like me. And I'm just kind of sick of them calling me racist names. And so I was just like, okay, well, what bothers them the most? So I sent them loads and loads of hardcore images of little white dudes getting banged by like dozens of giant black dudes. And a bunch of them really did get pissed off about it.
Gotcha. It feels like with a lot of the social media sites, it's pretty much anything goes until you start getting reported for it. So
yeah.
I wonder if it's just that you got unlucky and.
Well, I don't even know. I really don't think Twitter should have a problem with hardcore porn. I mean, there are loads of accounts of hardcore porn, and they've got.
Yeah, but I'm guessing the way that they probably did the reports was that they phrased it as targeted harassment rather than just posting porn. If you were posting porn and like adding people or whatever, like were you tweeting at people?
Well, yeah, but they were basically troll accounts.
Oh yeah, sure. But that's the beauty of being a fucking online celebrity, dog, right? That's what we get to deal with. Anonymous people come out of the woodwork, say a bunch of stupid shit, try to bait you into saying something stupid, and then you have all the accountability while they fade into non-existence, and then you reap all the punishments for it. It's a beautiful system, right?
You're right. It's devilish. It absolutely is. Right. Okay. So yeah. Do you want me to call you Destiny in the stream, or?
You can call me Steven is probably good. Do you have like a non-Lord of the Rings name, or?
I do. Do I need one?
Or I can call you Sargon or whatever you prefer.
No, my name's Carl. It's fine.
Kyle. All right. Okay. Sure.
Right. Okay. I'll put us live.
If it makes you feel better, I got banned on Twitter for threatening to bomb the offices of my ISP. If that makes sense.
Listen, dude, if you're going to bomb an ISP, I'm down with that. Mine is the worst. If for any reason I happen to just leave, it's because my internet's cut out. So
Gotcha.
I'm not expecting it to, but honestly, it's almost every day now that I get like outages of like 15, 20 minutes. And so, yeah, I don't even get me started. But if I disappear, it's not because I wanted to.
Where do you live?
Oh, sunny old England.
Okay, gotcha.
I'll put us live now.
Wait, I'm sorry. Is it Carl or Kyle?
It's Carl, and we're live now. Hi,
Wait,
everyone,
hold on. Oh, sorry, go ahead. Was it
That's
Carl
all
or Kyle?
It's Carl. Hi, everyone. I'm talking to Steve, who is also known as Destiny. He's a Twitch streamer, and he's here to talk to me about how he's a disgusting, wrong-thinking SJW.
Pretty much. And then I'm Destiny, aka Stephen Bonnell. Like, I don't know, whatever you know me as. I'm known in gaming communities as Destiny. I started in StarCraft and then League, and now I kind of do variety gaming. I'm on Twitch. I don't consider myself an SJW, but compared to the gaming community, I guess I'm pretty left-leaning.
You're obviously not an SJW. The fact that you're willing to come and talk and you haven't just called me a racist for disagreeing with you means that you're not an SJW.
Well, I mean, you haven't started talking yet. You might be a racist. I don't know. I guess we'll find out.
That's true. I mean, you know, I guess I could be. So, okay, let's talk progressivism then, because I think you're in the camp of you're pro diversity, pro multiculturalism. Are you pro political correctness or?
Man, I mean, it really. The problem with all of these terms is that they get. It's like so hard to understand what we're talking about, I guess. So like if we go through and deconstruct the terms one at a time, like
sure.
If you talk about like pro-diversity, like I am very much pro-diversity in that I would like to see like people from different backgrounds and whatnot achieve success. I'm only going to talk about the United States because I can't speak to your politics in particular, but like at least in the United States, like I'm pro-diversity and pro-multiculturalism in that I like the idea of a lot of people from different backgrounds who look different, come from different cultures, have different ideas, achieving something in society in relatively equal terms. I don't know if I'm necessarily pro-diversity and that we need to exterminate every cisgendered white male and remove them from society and put them into the breeding factories and only bring them out when they need to reproduce. Same thing with the last thing. Oh, like political correctness. It's very strange to talk about political correctness because I don't always know what that means sometimes. For instance, if you're having a discussion with somebody, for instance, so like you could make a factual claim: Islamic people commit most of the acts of terror around the world. That's a factual claim. I'm pretty sure. That's like I'm 99% sure that's a factual claim, right?
No, you're.
I don't
you're
think that
right. It is true.
I don't think that it's I don't think that there's a problem with that statement. So if somebody is like, "Oh, what, dude? Like you shouldn't say that about Islamic people," it's like, well, I mean. If you're talking about PC there, I think that's pretty stupid. But one of the things that I run into when I talk to a lot of people, I call them the Trumples, so the hardcore Trump supporters, is that a guy will get on to, am I allowed to use extreme language here or?
No, of course you are.
Okay, so if I get on with a guy and he starts talking about how like we need to deal with all these niggers in the United States and these spics are destroying the United States, I'm like, dude, holy shit, like chill out. Like these are humans, these are people. Like there are other things going on here. They're not abhorrently horrible people. And they're like, oh, so you're just trying to PC me? You're just trying to PC limit what I'm trying to say? Right? It's like, well, hold on. So I always get really nervous when people throw around the term political correct. Like if you look at somebody like Trump, I don't consider Trump somebody that is a champion against political correctness. I just consider him to be almost blatantly like bigoted or racist. And like this is the kind of person that I don't know. I wouldn't mind seeing it toned down a little bit with.
Now I'm gonna have to defend Trump, aren't I?
Be careful.
Okay. How is it that you think Trump's a racist? I'd like to hear your rationale for that because I've watched a lot of Trump's speeches, a lot of his campaign. I was following it all, and he didn't seem to be an overt racist to me.
Sure,
So-
I guess so. The two big examples that I always go back to, I guess one might be debatable, but the other one looks pretty bad. The first one that I would say is I think that this is going to sound cuckish, I guess, but the way that you phrase things, I think is really important. So a black guy comes into my house and I say like, hey, I don't want you in here because you might steal some shit because you're black. That's a pretty racist statement, right? Even if they had a history of thievery, that's pretty racist.
I mean, that's literally a technically racist statement.
So if he comes into my house and I go like, hey, dude, no offense, but like, I know you stole shit in the past. I'm either keeping my eye on you or I don't want you here. I don't think that's racist, right? So in looking at Trump, if Trump were to make statements like, illegal immigration is a serious problem with the United States. The border to the south is far too porous, and we have trouble with illegal immigrants coming to this country and ruining job markets or, causing crime or whatever. Those are fine statements. when you make statements like Mexico is not sending its best, they're sending rapists, thieves, and murderers, and some of them are good people, I imagine. Like those kinds of statements like make me wonder like what kind of a person says something like that, you know? Like there are like I could think of like 20 different ways off the top of my head that you could phrase that in a way that doesn't offend the fuck out of so many people and gives kind of this hint that maybe there's something deeper going on.
See, my problem with that statement is the implication that Mexico is sending these people. That's actually my problem with the statement. I mean, there are people who are going to be offended by that, but I imagine if we were to dig up the statistics, then you'd probably find there is a propensity towards crime from illegal immigrants. I mean, that's probably the case with any illegal immigrant anywhere.
I mean, the numbers themselves are hard to find. There's already debates on how many illegal immigrants are actually in the United States. I think 13 million is the commonly accepted figure.
I heard 11 million, but it's going to be in double digits.
So. Yeah. It's pretty big. I guess it's just that I guess it's just the phrasing of that. Like the only thing you can go by with somebody, especially a politician, is what they say, right? Or rather, with somebody like Trump, because he doesn't have political actions, right? Is what they say.
Can you even go by what Trump says, though?
Yeah, sure. Well, there's that.
One another.
So there's that, which I disagree with it, but I understand that you could try to defend those comments. The thing that I think really hurt Trump the most, at least in my eyes and the eyes of a lot of other people, are the comments that he made about the judge. This was another scenario where Trump could have very easily said, and I even looked into the judge, and this is legitimate. The judge has ties to La Raza? I don't remember what it was called. Some organization that was very pro-Mexico, had a lot of Mexican heritage. These are ties that would make me question, like, could this judge deliver an impartial ruling? I'm not actually sure. And these are things that should be brought into question, the partiality of a judge or whatever. And that's totally legitimate, totally valid. But when he gets on, I think it was NBC, and starts talking about how, like, this guy's Mexican and I'm putting up a wall, I don't know if he can make a ruling, and then further goes on to say that probably no Mexican or Islamic person could give any ruling on any case ever. Well, damn, dude, like this guy, like that judge could have ran for president. Both of his parents were citizens.
Hang on. I'm not sure that's a fair characterization of what Trump was saying there, because he's not saying that the guy is incapable of being an impartial judge because he's Mexican. He's saying that he thinks he's incapable of being an impartial judge towards Trump because he's Mexican. Because the mainstream media narrative, whether it's true or not, let's just assume that Trump is a giant racist against Mexicans. Mm-hmm. You can't really expect someone who, like I said, has ties to things like La Raza, who is very prominent about their Mexican heritage, to then, or at least not necessarily you wouldn't expect, but there is a natural tendency to be at least vaguely suspicious of someone who might be inclined to show a bias based on what they're dealing with, not just because they're Mexican.
Yeah, I can kind of understand that, but like this, I feel like you have a legitimate slippery slope emerging here where you get a guy that goes to court, you get an unfavorable ruling, and then the guy's like, well, listen, like I'm a very pro-Trump person. I had signs up in my yard. I post on social media about this. I don't know if this judge knows that I'm pro-Trump. And the fact that this guy has Mexican parents, maybe he gave me a bad ruling. Right? You see, so like we end up in this weird area where like, is it really fair to call into question a person's loyalty to the United States when they're loyal enough that the drafters of the Constitution said he could run for president, right? This judge could run for president, right? So he's obviously, the founding fathers thought that he would have loyalty enough to his country.
But I don't think he's questioning the loyalty to the United States, though. I think
kind of. He's a federal judge. Your loyalty to the process of due process, right? Of law and order is a pretty big part of the United States.
Yeah, but I don't think that a person exhibiting bias in their work is necessarily disloyalty. I think it's more about human failing, isn't it?
Well, kind of, but imagine this guy would be president of the United States and had to make questionable calls about our relationship to Mexico, right? Would you call into question his allegiance then to the United States because he's got Mexican parents?
Well, no, but it's not the same situation.
Well, but it kind of is, right? You're saying that a person's ability to make impartial rulings about something is compromised because of their parents, right?
No, I'm not. I don't think that Trump was necessarily saying that either. But I think it's a legitimate question to say that, look, you've got a guy who's being demonized as an anti-Mexican candidate, and not unfairly. Don't get me wrong. It's not like Trump hasn't been inflammatory, and it's not like you would exactly expect the media to sort of craft the sort of narrative around Trump that has come out because of what Trump says. And honestly, I think most of what Trump says is just idiotic and not thought through. But it's not an unfair point to say that, look, this guy might actually have a prejudice against me just because of what the media says about me or because of things I've said. And I'm not even saying it's an illegitimate thing to have for that judge to have a prejudice against Trump. I mean, Christ, it would probably be quite difficult not to. But that doesn't mean that Trump's saying, well, that means that he might well hold this prejudice against me, which means he's not going to give me an unbiased verdict. That's not an illegitimate thing to say, and it's not specifically racist either, is it?
I mean, I don't know if I agree with that, like, because he's literally saying that the judge is incapable of making an impartial ruling because of the race of his parents.
Yeah, but he's not, though, because what you're implying there is that it's the fact that he's Mexican that prevents him from delivering an impartial ruling.
Yeah.
And that's not what Trump's saying. Trump's saying it's the fact that he's delivering a ruling on Trump himself, who is perceived to be, in a very combative way, anti-Mexican, and therefore people who are pro-Mexican, it's very easy to fall into that kind of dichotomy where you find yourself obviously opposing someone just because they have a different set of opinions to you or things you've heard in the media or whatnot. Trump isn't saying the guy can't do it because he's Mexican. That would be the racist statement. Trump's saying the guy has a personal investment in disliking Donald Trump. That's why he can't do it.
Well, but then what about, couldn't you argue that any judge with a liberal background then would fall into the same things? Like, that just seems like an insane precedent to set that, like, every single judge that voted Democrat...
This is why I'm annoyed to have to defend Donald Trump.
Sure.
I agree with you completely that could apply to almost anyone who didn't vote for Donald Trump. But the thing I want to make really clear, though, is Trump's statement, as idiotic and buffoonish as it wasn't actually a racist statement. That's the point.
I mean, like, he literally said, look, he's Mexican. I'm building a wall. Like, I mean, again, like, the problem is just, like, there are so many, right? You agree with this at least. There are so many better ways that Trump could have phrased that, absolutely, right? Absolutely. So it's like, I'm not trying to, like, nail you to the wall on statements that Trump made, because God knows it was awkward enough watching Pence try to defend his running mate during the vice presidential debate. It's just, well, like, do I really think that, like, we're getting into, I guess we're kind of touching on other topics here too, right?
Hang on. Let's really nail this one down, though, because
sure.
This is the point. And again, I completely agree with you that Trump, basically every time he opens his mouth, is a fucking train wreck. And especially when he has to talk about someone's ethnicity, it's just it's
like the Muslim family with a dead son, when he said that, well, I guess the wife couldn't speak, maybe she wasn't allowed to or whatever because Trump does say a lot of indefensible stuff, but I don't think that means he's a racist. I think it just means he's an idiot who's 70 years old. He's like someone's grandfather who grew up before political correctness. Sure.
And he's also, you can tell he's kind of like a bolshy sort of fighter type.
Sure.
And he's saying things to get reactions.
Sure. Okay, so go ahead.
Well, I think a lot of it may well have been. I mean, there's this sort of theory that Trump's a four-dimensional chess player, which, believe me, anyone who's advancing that theory, I think you're giving Trump way too much credit.
Yeah.
But I do think he knew how to manipulate the media into reporting on almost him exclusively just by saying silly things. But yeah, the specifically though about the Mexican judge, just saying that he's a Mexican doesn't mean that Trump is saying all Mexicans are incapable of impartial rulings.
Well, all Mexicans are incapable of impartial rulings on him.
Yeah. Well, again, I don't think he's saying all Mexicans. I think he's saying that specific man personally.
Well, he did say in the same interview he did say all Mexicans and Islamic people and Muslims. I think he said that.
I think I'd have to see it to be able to extrapolate on that. I don't think I've actually seen the interview.
Okay.
But as I said, it's a thing with a lot of grey areas, and I don't think it's enough to just categorically say, right, boom, he's a racist. It just seems a bit too, well,
Sure. So what I was going to say when I said touching on other topics, because I guess this kind of segues into other things, sure, is the definition of racist. Because I see that there's kind of a schism here, or I don't think we necessarily disagree, but I understand what you're saying.
Let's go. Let's get into it. I want to hear this.
Oh God. So Listen, dude, this is what social justice warriors fucking suck at, is they try to rebrand and relabel fucking everything, and they don't tell you, so that when you come to a debate, right, you say something like a social justice warrior will say like, why, black people can't be racist, and you're like, what are you talking about, dude? Like, black people be racist all the time. And they're like, well, no, because racism equals prejudice plus power. It's like, well, fuck, I didn't know that was a definition now. Like, yeah. I guess like when we talk about racism with Trump, I'm not saying, I guess for you, racist has like that hardline definition of standing on the side of the street with a sign ready to burn black people or whatever. I don't think that Trump is, I don't think that Trump is necessarily like the kind of guy that would be like, I fucking hate Mexicans or some shit. I just think he's the kind of guy that would kind of make those offhand comments that give you pause a little bit and kind of question what exactly is going on in his mind, but you probably wouldn't think that he overtly hates, Mexicans and black people,
Honestly, I think that do you remember when he pointed to a black chap in the crowd and said, "There's my African American."
Sure. And one of his rallies, yeah.
I think that may well be like it, definitely in my top 5 of favorite things I've ever heard come out of a man's mouth. I think that's just a hilarious thing to say at a public rally in front of tens of thousands of people. But
Sure.
I thought that was also a very telling statement, right? I don't think Donald Trump really gives a shit about someone's race. I think Donald Trump gives a shit about what that person can do for Donald Trump.
Yeah, probably. I wouldn't necessarily deny that, especially considering the class he's a part of and everything as well, right? He's rich as fuck. Exactly. I doubt that this guy cares much.
And just the reports you get of him, like, kind of screwing over small businesses and stuff like that, I don't think he cares about anything but Donald Trump.
Sure.
Maybe he's got some grandiose conception of America and how to make it great again, but on a very specific sort of day-to-day level, I think he looks at people and thinks, right, what can this person do for me? And I really think that the way he said it, just really, that's what really got me thinking that was the way
the root of why he acts the way it is.
Yeah. I don't think he would bring up black people separate to white people unless there was an outside force making him consider these things. And so, like the sort of dopey old grandpa he is, he's sort of like, yeah, well, I have an African American over there, and it's just like, okay, okay, you do. That's the worst way to phrase it. Yes, we appreciate that there are black people who support you. It's not, it's not just the Ku Klux Klan. This is what I mean. I think that he's been kind of forced into accepting these categorizations of people that he probably doesn't really feel very comfortable dealing with himself,
Sure. I guess kind of something that I guess just when you look at all of these things, especially with the Mexican judge thing, I guess it's kind of related. It leaves a little bit of a bad taste in my mouth when you have people that are, when you talk to Trump and you say like, well, I don't think this guy can give me a fair ruling because he's, Mexican and because I'm doing bad things to Mexico. And then the same people that all support him will turn around and laugh at black people when they say things like, well, fuck, I think we kind of get fucked by judges and the police, and I think we get fucked by the entire law and order system in the United States. And people are like, dude, like, well, just don't commit crime or whatever. Like, just like, dude, don't complain about that. I don't know. That kind of stuff kind of leaves a bad taste in my mouth, I guess. It feels a little bit hypocritical,
I'm not debating that. I can completely see why someone would feel that way. And I'm not saying that Trump was doing himself any favors by saying these things. That's the thing. And like I said, I don't want to defend Donald Trump, especially now that he's going to be the president.
Yeah.
I view myself as, sort of person who tries to hold power accountable. But God, I've had to defend Donald Trump so much, and I hate it.
Yeah.
There is so much you can easily rip out of Donald Trump, and yet people still make things up about him. I don't understand it. Why do you need to lie about Donald Trump? But right, okay, so let's define racism. How do you define racism?
I personally like the classical definition of racism, and then if you're talking about anything in particular, then you qualify it or augment it with adjectives. So, I consider racism, I guess when you're talking about somebody and the most important part or the primary thing you're talking about is like just the color of their skin and determining their worth or whatever. Or I'm sure you could get a more exact definition, but
yeah, normally it's just prejudice based on race.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
That's the pretty standard definition, and then you've got the SJW definition, which is institutional prejudice based on race.
Sure.
Which, like you say, that's just an adjective version of the word that you're trying to define.
Kind of, yeah.
By redefining it, it removes the agency of black people from the equation.
So shoot, hold on one sec. I got a quick call. Hold on 1 second.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Hello?
How's it going, chat? I don't actually.
Yeah, if you want to, sure.
I'll get up so I can have a look.
Yeah, and a bottle of water.
Sprite?
Bottle of water.
Bottle of water,
He's not
Okay, thanks.
nearly as SJW as you'd expect, is he?
Whew. Okay, sorry, I'm here.
No worries, man. Right, okay. So I take it that you don't agree with the new sort of redefinition that excludes black people from being racist then?
I think that black people can be racist. I think that anybody can be racist by definition. But I do think that there is something to be said for the amount of power you have to exert your racism over someone. I think that that's an important part of the equation.
Okay, go on.
So I guess like the way that I look at it is if you're talking about racism, I think that systems and classes are all very relevant to the conversation. On an individual level, I don't know if it matters as much, but on like an entire class level, I think that the effects of racism are a lot different. I guess so. Like, let me give you an example. So, let's say that you're a black person. Let's say you live in gentrification, kicked your family out. You live in a shitty neighborhood, go to shitty school, et cetera, and you've had to deal with hypothetically these, perpetual systems that fuck you your entire life, right? And then let's say that you have a white person, and when they go online, somebody says like "death to all whiteys, fuck crackers" or whatever, right? And they have to read that sometimes as part of online hate. But otherwise, their life is decent, and they're whatever white privilege bullshit you want to talk about, they do okay, right? I'm a little bit uncomfortable when people say things like both of these people have experienced racism. It's like, well, okay. I mean, there are varying degrees of it by quite a large extent,
Right. Okay. So I'm just trying to. How am I going to approach this? I agree that there are. I agree that there are obviously different levels of intensity of racism, and I agree that white people probably do experience it to a less intense degree when it does happen.
Sure.
So, I mean, in a white country, I mean, if we're talking like Zimbabwe, then no, I don't agree.
Yeah, sure.
But in the United States, it's probably less virulent towards white people when it happens. I guess my issue really is I suppose I really take issue with the systems that are keeping them down that you mentioned. Would you like to elaborate on that so I don't make any assumptions?
I mean, I don't know. There's a few different things you can talk about. I guess for the judicial system in the United States, it seems in every study that I've ever read that when you control for socioeconomic background and whatnot, black people still have a higher chance of being sentenced to worse sentencings for the same amount of crime. You've got racial profiling that goes on with police in certain neighborhoods sometimes. You've got people that push for racial profiling. Trump did it a little bit with the stop and frisk stuff. So I think the judicial system is a little bit, when you look at like economics, it seems like when you look at like income mobility in the United States, it seems like black people have a much higher chance, even when controlling for socioeconomic factors, to not be as mobile moving up through the income quintiles as people of other races for whatever reason. When you look at the housing crisis, I guess, the housing crisis in 2007, 2008 in the United States had a hugely disproportionate effect on black families over families of other races. So, I mean, it seems like there are, now I don't know what the exact reason is, but it seems like there are still things at play that kind of work against black people more so than white people.
Okay, that's interesting. I don't know about the judicial cases that you're referring to, so I won't address those. I'm interested in the economic ones though, because this is something I find very, very interesting. I've recently been reading Thomas Sowell, who still is. Sorry, I keep referring to him like he's dead. He's actually not. He's just an old man at this point. But he was very much of the opinion that there wasn't institutionalized racial discrimination economically against black people in the United States, and I really think this might be a case of looking at the results and then reverse engineering to form the conclusion. So, for example, if you say, right, okay, well, black people on average have a lower income than white people, or anyone else, in fact, almost in the United States, and there's very little income mobility, therefore, racism. That I have a real problem with that line of logic.
Okay, so I think that hold on, let me think about this for a second. I think that there are two different things going on here, okay? One is you have extremists on the right that will say there is no racial element at play, and then you have extremists on the left that will say this is absolutely 100% caused by people being racist towards these people. And I think that the truth probably lies somewhere in the middle. So like on another topic that I can pull on that's very similar, I think that we both agree that the wage gap exists between men and women, right?
Of course.
Right. The wage gap exists now. But it's not because, so people on the left will say a woman earns 77 cents on the dollar for every whatever a man was, which is stupid. And then people on the right will say, well, the wage gap doesn't exist at all. If you control for it, you can get rid of it, which is also stupid. The reality is men do earn more than women. It's just for a variety of different reasons. Now, whether these reasons need to be, remedied or not, maternal leave or women not negotiating higher pay or salary, whatever, right? It's something up for debate, right? Same thing with the racial elements for the income mobility for black people in the United States. So when I say that there is, when they have problems with income mobility, these are undeniable facts of quantitative data, right?
Yeah,
now,
absolutely.
why don't they progress through the income brackets as easily as white people? I don't know the answer to that. Is it because there are KKK people standing on the corner screaming at them, don't go get this job? Or is it because when they go to get hired, a white guy sees them and goes, I'm going to pay this guy half, right? Probably not. I don't think. I've never heard of widespread evidence of that. But it does seem like there is a racial component because when you control for other factors, black people still have problems with economic mobility compared to white people, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, but this is what I mean, though. Okay. What about for blue-eyed and brown-eyed people?
What about them?
You don't know, do you?
Hitler? I don't know.
No. Literally, you've chosen an arbitrary characteristic. In this case, race. But let's choose a different arbitrary characteristic. In this case, eye color. This is my point. But okay, so the numbers, if you look at them, will say something like this. I tweeted it out the other day, but I'll find it so I can show you it later.
Mm-hmm.
In the United States, the average household income for a married white couple, I think it was about $78,000 for the total household income.
Gotcha.
For a married black couple, it was $66,000, which isn't dramatically different.
Sure.
It's lower, yes, but it's not like impoverished. A household bringing $66,000 is not an impoverished household, right? But when you break it down into different categories, for example, like single black men earn something like, I think it was $30,000, and single black women, or single parent, but unmarried, sorry, is a better way of putting it. The unmarried women earn $25,000. So separate, they earn less than they would on average if they'd been married.
Yeah.
Do you think that might be a component?
Oh, yeah, of course. And there's even black people in the community talking about this. The destruction of the black family in the United States is horrible. Being from a single-parent household is one of the leading indicators of whether or not you'll grow up to be in the criminal system or not. And black people have a huge problem with, of course, for sure.
Yeah. Well, and this is the point, because 70% of black children are raised in single-parent households.
Yeah.
I mean, that is a catastrophic weight around your neck.
Yeah, of course.
Before you've even entered school, really.
Yeah.
And then if you've got the sort of the dropout rates of black youth in school are again through the roof, and all of these things are not things that people outside the black community can change.
I'm not sure about that. I think that's a pretty strong statement. I don't know.
Okay. Let's go ahead. What's the doubt?
Oh fuck, to dig into specific area. I mean, the one area that I can point to that I guess I'm familiar with, the way that in most places in the United States, here's one example. I might be wrong about this. I'm pretty sure I'm right about this. I know it's true in my state. In most places in the United States, property taxes go towards paying for school, right? The way that it works, though, is your district is cut up so that only the property taxes in a certain district go to that district school. So, for instance, I live in the United States. I'm financially very well off, and I want my child to go to a good public school. So I bought a house in the best school district in my city, right? I bought a house, I moved here, changed his address to here so that he could go to the best school. Well, my kid just got an advantage over some other people because of my socioeconomic background, and I was able to put him in a better school as a result of that.
Sure, but that's the consequence of a good socioeconomic background.
Yeah.
The question isn't how good is the school that they can go to. The question is, are they going to stay in school?
Well, but don't you think that the type of school they go to probably has some bearing on that? Especially when you look at as somebody I went to private schools my entire life, and I can't imagine the dropout rate was anywhere near high. Like if every other student is there because they're being sent there or because their parents are well off and they're encouraging them to stay in school, and they're of these backgrounds where they're less likely to be diverted into some kind of criminal shit or premarital childbirth or whatever. I feel like having a kid in that school, if I were to take a random kid and send him to a really good school versus putting him into a fucked up school in the suburbs or some shit.
Yeah, but let's assume it is a fucked up school. Let's just assume they're going to a shit school. They've got crappy teachers. They're not very good. Their grades aren't very good. The thing that makes them drop out is personal choice, isn't it?
Oh, this is gonna be what it is.
They
I
have to-
totally
no, no,
disagree.
yeah, but we have to accept that they are choosing not to go to school.
I totally disagree.
Right. So, but the thing is, if you say that, then you're saying that these people don't have the agency to make that choice.
Absolutely, yeah.
That's really racist.
I understand that argument.
Hang on, to say black people don't have agency is really racist.
I totally think black people and women don't have agency, right? I understand what you're saying, but I don't think that white people or men have agency either. I don't think very many people have a ton of agency when it comes to determining what they're going to do in life. I think that a lot of that is determined by your background. If you look at the term that they call it is stickiness at the edges. If you look at economic mobility in the United States, people that are born wealthy tend to remain wealthy. People that are born impoverished tend to remain impoverished. So it's easy to look at somebody going like, well, black people or women get fucked in these ways. So you trying to say they don't have agency? Well, yeah, sure. But I don't think that white people have very much agency either. Not any more than these other people. The difference is if you're born into a advantageous situation, you're likely to stay there compared to somebody that's not. So although I am saying that black people or women don't have much agency, I don't think that anybody has much agency when it comes to just like how much choice really, like if we really think of this, how much choice really does a 12-year-old have if he's going to drop out of school or not? Like, is he really making this unilaterally? Like,
absolutely. Of course, it's a unilateral decision. It's not like he sat down with the school and was like, well, okay, look, I'm thinking of just leaving. He just doesn't go back.
Okay, so if we were to do, let's pick 100 kids, okay?
Well, hang on.
Sorry, okay, go ahead.
Because I fundamentally disagree with your assessment of agency, and I think that you're conflating systems with the people who have to operate within those systems, and you're talking about these systems as if they're monolithic entities.
Monolithic. I mean, there are always exceptions. I mean, I was fucked for a long time in my life. I was a carpet cleaner making $1,200 a month being fucked, and I'm doing pretty well for myself now.
Jeez, man, I used to clean toilets for £3.20 an hour when I was 18 years old.
Gotcha,
so believe me, I know what it's like to be at the bottom. but
I would say that we're like the exception rather than the expectation, right? Like.
Maybe. Well, it really depends. That's the thing. It really depends on the type of person. But you can't just say that these people don't have agency because they exist within systems, because that then alleviates them of any responsibility of their own actions, and every action they take is a consequence of their agency. So when a kid chooses not to go to school, he is just expressly using his agency in a way that he has chosen, and I think is an unwise choice.
Sure, but your agency is informed by so much going on in your mind that's been shaped by prior experience that like how much agency. I guess this gets into deterministic universes and whatnot. But like, I guess like so like here, let me ask you a question. I have a hard time believing you disagree. Let's say you take 100 kids on the left and 100 kids on the right, okay, and you roll the dice. The kids on the left are all born to dual parent households. They all have one sibling. They all live in middle class societies. They all go to decent schools with decent teachers, and they do sports and all these fun music and band after school and whatnot, right? And then you have 100 kids on the right, and all of these kids were born in shitty cities where the drug trade is alive and well. A lot of their peers are involved in it. They go to shitty schools, right? If you roll the dice on both of these groups of people, it's pretty obvious that the people on the left are going to be better off than the people on the right, just statistically speaking. Now, that's not to say that every single person on the right, I'm not meaning politically, but every person in that group of 100 fuck people is going to choose, the wrong choice. But I mean, statistically speaking, they are at a much higher risk of doing things like dropping out of school, committing crimes, or premarital childbirth or whatever.
Sure, but these are all failures of an individual's judgment.
I mean, I guess when you can track it statistically based on what happened in the past, I just have a really hard time saying that.
Well, I think this is the problem with judging human interaction by statistics. Because, I mean, for example, the marriage rates are pretty much the prime indicator of whether a black child is going to succeed, right? Whether their parents were married is really going to give them the life plan that they're going to have. At least it gives them the sort of platform to then build off of using their agency. there are no outside forces telling people not to get married. So if marriage rates in
But
the black
that's not
community
true.
are, well, go on, what?
Culture and peers can have a massive influence on that, on your desire to get married. I think there's a higher chance of
Oh,
somebody
no,
that was.
hang on. Okay. Now, we're not talking about someone's desire to get married or someone's personal preferences or anything like that. We're talking about their ability to choose. So their ability to say, right, okay, I'm going to, marry this person that I've been dating. We're going to have a child. We're going to raise it. We're going to have 2 kids. We're going to buy a house. We're going to live the American dream. There is no one stopping the black community from doing this. It's their own choice to not do this.
Wait, so then do they not do it just because they're genetically inferior, or what's the implication then?
Why would genetic inferiority creep into this?
Well, because if it's not, I guess if
Like,
it's not the
rates of
background.
marriage in the black community were higher than in the white community before the 70s.
Yeah, for sure.
So they're obviously not genetically incapable of marrying.
So then why are they making the wrong decisions then?
Well, that's a good question, isn't it? But I'm not saying I have the answer.
Well, I guess this is my problem. I think
But
that it's.
hang on. Let's before we go on, right. That is the sort of $64,000 question, isn't it? Why are they choosing to do something? But there's no doubt that they are choosing to do this. I mean, the white man isn't preventing, Felicia from marrying, I don't know, Tariq or whatever, and he's not making, this one guy go around and shag loads of women and create like 10 baby mamas, is he? This is something they are choosing to do themselves.
But you just asked why are they choosing to do it, which points to the fact that there is something that instigates.
I don't know why they're choosing.
Well, you said that was a $64,000 question. You said
yeah,
why are they choosing? So I think it's a bit disingenuous to take 2 people, give them an option, and then pretend that both of them can weigh both sides of that decision completely equally and pick the superior alternative every time. Like, if you look at the kids growing up in decent neighborhoods and you were to say, compare them to kids growing up in shitty neighborhoods, and you see the shitty ones are more likely to go to crime or whatever, and you ask that kid, like, why did you choose to steal? Like, this kid that grew up, in a good neighborhood and never even had the opportunity to, let alone the desire to, or the need to, like, well, of course he's not going to make that choice because it doesn't make any sense for his life.
You say that, but rich kids do steal, man.
They do, but if we would actually go and look up criminal rates, I'm pretty sure that criminal rates for thievery are much higher in impoverished communities than they are for well-off communities.
I imagine they are. In fact, we know they are. But this is the thing, right? You're basing this on likelihood, and this is a predictive measure, but it doesn't tell you about the actual reasons people have for making the choices they make, and there's no doubt that these people get to make these choices, and it's not. Don't get me wrong. There are I don't know why they're doing it. There are doubtless loads of environmental factors, cultural factors, and various outside economic pressures, all this sort of thing. But at the end of the day, no one can choose for you not to get married. That has to be between you and the person you're in a relationship with. And if you choose not to do this, if you make that choice, then you're making a bad choice. You're going to have to live with the results of that choice. Why?
I guess I don't like this idea that if you take somebody that was born middle class, shows up every day at school, shows up to college, gets the degree, that this person somehow made superior choices their entire life to somebody that ended up in the prison system just because that other guy, of course they didn't?
Of course they did. They must have made superior choices.
Well, but I mean, how many choices do you really have to make?
Well, the choice to stay in school or not is definitely one of them.
Yeah, but the challenges that you're facing are so much less. I mean, it's kind of like one guy has to jog a mile and the other guy has to jog a mile uphill, and then you go to the guy that had to jog a mile uphill, and you're like, well, why did you quit halfway, you retard? Like, why did you stop, dude? Like, you had the choice to finish, and it's like, well, fuck, it's a lot harder for that dude to make that choice than it is for the person that just kind of has to show up every day and isn't being presented with the same obstacles or opposition to the correct, quote unquote, correct choices that they need to make. Like, it's probably a lot easier when your parents are religious and you have to go to church and you're not supposed to have premarital sex and you go to an all-boys high school, right? I went to an all-boys high school, right? It's much easier for people like that to make the decision to not, get a girl pregnant before you get married or before you're ready for it versus people going to co-ed schools in a single-parent household with friends that are all fucking, that are idolizing a culture that's all about, fucking everybody. Like, I feel like there's a lot more going on there. It's hard to say that these people are just making the wrong choice,
You're right. That there is definitely the case that someone from a middle-class background is obviously going to have more natural advantages before they even take a step on the road to life, But that doesn't mean that they are responsible for someone else making choices, bad choices, because the road they have to walk is hard.
I'm not saying anyone else should be responsible for the choices. I'm just saying that it's good to recognize that people aren't always on the same playing field when they're making these choices, I think.
Yeah, of course, no one is. No one. Every single individual person has got various different strengths and weaknesses, challenges and benefits, and there's no doubt about that. I mean, that's obvious. I mean, I don't think anyone would contest that. But the point is, nobody made the parents of this child not marry. Nobody made this child leave school. In fact, if anything, people, like any authority figure they're going to go to is going to say stay in school, right? Even in a bad school, in a bad neighborhood, they're still going to say something like stay in school.
Yeah, but how much do you care about random shit like that when you have influence from family and friends and culture? Like, these things are going to override anything that you hear from a random teacher administrative.
Okay, let's assume that's all true. So let's assume in a black community you've got a bad culture that encourages you not to go to school, not to get qualifications, not to get married, and perpetuate this cycle. Yeah?
Yeah, sure.
How is that white people's fault?
I'm not saying it's white people's fault. I'm not trying to saddle somebody with blame or burden. I'm just saying that it's an issue that needs to be accounted for and addressed.
Yeah, okay, but it's not racism then, is it?
I mean, these are topics that are specifically dealing with people's race. I mean, I'm not even saying that it's necessarily the result of racism. I think I said at the beginning that I'm not saying that there are white people that go through black applications to like schools or jobs and like, fuck Tyrone or whatever, even though I think there might actually be studies saying that that does happen sometimes. But regardless of that.
There are undoubtedly individuals who do that.
Sure, but regardless, I don't think that's the reason on the whole. I'm just saying that there is a racial aspect, much the same way with the women example I brought up. I don't think that, that women are hardcore discouraged from every workplace because nobody wants to work with women. There's just probably a lot of other factors come into play, but there seems to be a gender component because you can, follow these hard numbers as to women working less than men. I think that it's the same thing with race. There must be some kind of racial component as to why black people are, in such a worse spot in the United States than white people. Now, whether or not that's the result of people being actively racist and whatnot, probably not so much that, so much as the systems in place that exist right now probably don't serve to better the black community as they do to sustain like the white community.
Right, okay. So how is this not an argument for black people being genetically inferior?
Because the systems that are in play aren't their genetics.
So you just said that you don't think that the state of certain black communities is necessarily the fault of white people, right?
Well, not now, but I mean, going back a long time ago, probably. I think that slavery and all of that probably played a big role into where people are today.
But married black people here and now in the 2016 do remarkably well. Like $66,000, I would be very thrilled if I was earning that when I was, in
well,
my
but
20s.
I mean, by your own admittance, that's still 15 or 20% lower than the white family. But sure, I mean, it's decent.
But yeah, but it is. But again, that's probably due to geographic location or something like that, isn't it?
Okay, which is another thing that plays into keeping people fucked, depending on what city you're in.
But I think that on $66,000 a year, you don't consider a household impoverished, do you?
No, of course not.
No. So there's no what's preventing other black people from marrying and forming a solid family and earning a good wage. It doesn't appear to be racism, and you've said that you don't think it's racism.
It probably might. I don't think it is. I don't want to make that statement. I don't think it is. I'm just saying that there is a racial component now.
Hang on. That's my issue, though, right? So when you say, okay, so it's probably, and let's just agree for the sake of argument that we don't have enough evidence to suggest that there is, a racism from white people holding down black people, because the black people who are married seem to be getting along just fine. The black people who get married, they stay in school, they tend not to commit crimes, they get along very well, and they integrate in society. And then the people who don't, they obviously have sort of a bit of a catastrophic life, and bad things happen. And then you say that there is a racial component to that. Where is this racial component? Is it in the fact that they are black?
I mean, it might have been in the fact that the laws that existed in the past fucked black people up and put them on a lower area that they're trying to come back from now. I mean, the Jim Crow laws were just
happening to other blacks who get married.
Yeah, but again, I feel like you're looking at all of these decisions in like this hardcore vacuum where every person is capable of making a decision completely independent of their environment.
I've cited papers that cover
I don't think that's all. I think every
making.
Decision you make is based on your environment. For example, the decision to get married, you have to have other people around that you could marry, or the decision for
but it's not that simple. Your desire to get married is going to be influenced by your upbringing and the people around you, hardcore.
Yeah, okay, but that's a cultural issue within the community you live in, isn't it?
Sure. But if it's disproportionately affecting the culture of people of color versus the culture of white people, it seems like there's a racial component, no?
No, no, just because it's
So it just happens to be a culture difference that only affects black people, but it's not a
well, I think that
racially.
it affects black communities, but the thing is, if it affected all black people, I would agree it was a racial issue. I would agree that yeah, this is a problem for the on the basis that they're black. The fact that I really think you're hung up on the fact that it's affecting the black community. I mean, if this was affecting the Mexican community, would you say it was a racially, a racial issue with Mexicans, or
I mean, depending on the issue, sure.
well, if
I
it
don't
was
know.
the same issue
If
affecting
it was the
Mexico,
exact same thing, then yeah, sure.
yeah, but why would it be racial? What component of it is the racial component?
The fact that when you control for all other factors, race is the only thing that explains the difference. Like,
Well, no, it's not. We know that married black people do well.
but
So
by your
if
own
unmarried black
admittance,
people
still
don't do
20% not as well as white people, right?
It's not 20%. It's about 10%.
Well, what were the two numbers you gave? It was
I think it was 76,000 and 66,000.
76,000 and 66, so about 10 to 15%. So
Sure.
that's still not
Yeah, it's
equal,
not the same,
right?
but it's
And then
not,
also there are disproportionately much higher numbers of, for instance, I think black people make up twice as much of the population percentage as white people, even though they're like a tenth of the population. The black rates.
where, sorry.
What?
Where, sorry.
Where in the United States?
Yeah, but sorry, say that again. I must have misheard you because it sounded like you were saying there were more black people than white people in the US.
Oh no, sorry. I'm saying that black people make up a disproportionately huge amount of the prison population compared to the race in the United States, right? Black people, even when you control for socioeconomic issues, still get unfavorable sentencing from judges and still have problems with economic mobility. Like, I don't know, it seems like if you control for everything else, you're
hang on a
still
second.
having
I mean,
differences that are
isn't
only explained
there-
by race. Or so good.
Yeah, but this is something that's exacerbated by low income due to poor marriage rates.
Well, but
Causing-
not
Yeah,
really,
but
because
these
even when you
are-
control
no,
for low...
these are absolutely all causative effects, though.
No, even
That's
when you
the-
control for income, you still see racial discrepancies. Like, that's the problem. If it was all explained by income, then we would just be talking about class, not race.
Yeah, but I'm not actually just talking about income. That's the thing. I really think that there is. I mean, you can see it in almost any community around the world. If you like, for example, in Edinburgh, say in Scotland and the UK, like less than 1% like black people, and yet people on low incomes tend to be more prone to criminal activity. They tend to be more prone to being single parents, and the children they produce tend to be more prone to finding themselves embroiled in the legal system.
Okay.
So it's not that they're black that this is happening. That's the thing. I mean, it's obviously due to poverty. And
Sure.
if Thomas Sowell is to be believed, he thinks it's to do with the welfare state.
I'm not sure if that's true. I agree with what you're saying that it has a lot to do with poverty, but when you had laws as recently as 40 or 50 years ago that were specifically impacting black families, I think it's hard to say that, like, well, black people in poverty today are just there because they've made poor choices when you had laws like in the lifetime of our parents that were directly impacting black families. Like, it seems kind of strange to say that this poverty has just happened to be here and it's just for some reason disproportionately affecting blacks, but it's not because they're black. Like, that seems strange when again, Jim Crow was literally 1964.
Yeah, but it's not because they're black. If white people
Well,
were
Jim
to,
Crow laws and what that were because they were black. Yeah,
yeah, no, but that was 50 years ago. I mean,
that's 2 generations, dog.
yeah, but that's 2 generations. That's a long time ago.
That's not that long ago. My parents are that generation. If I was raised by parents that were impacted heavily by Jim Crow laws, I think that would have an effect on me.
Yeah, but you wouldn't because it was 50 years ago. I mean, you would have to be what 40? You know, these kids like in 2016 who are dropping out of school, they're not being impacted by Jim Crow laws, are they?
I fundamentally disagree. 50 years is a very short time. That's such a short time period.
But
Like,
are
I
kids
don't.
dropping out of school now being impacted by Jim Crow laws?
Yeah, it's possible.
How?
if okay, so if we go back and we look at issues of economic mobility, right? If black people have a lesser chance of moving through economic quintiles as white people, and you have parents or grandparents that were in a disproportionately lower economic class, and you already have trouble moving through the classes because of laws that were created when your parents were still alive, or that were enforced when your parents were still alive, how could you not see that that would carry over from just a generation or two? That you would still be impacted by those.
You're undoubtedly going to start at the end of the Jim Crow laws in a less advantageous position.
Sure, and then you think that's just gone after one generation?
Well, it's like you said, 2 generations, but
do you think that's just gone after 2 generations?
No, I don't think it's just gone. But as we said, a married black couple earns $66,000 a year. That's not an insignificant amount. That's not some kind of impoverishment. That's not like that's not a giant detriment. That's middle class, in my opinion. In Britain, that would be very middle class. You'd be comfortable almost. So, you know, it's one of those things where I think you're trying to make it seem like there's some great overarching force that's holding them back when these people are making decisions that fundamentally are going to impact their lives. And I'm not saying there isn't a culture around them influencing them to make these decisions. There, of course, is. And, you know, this can be one of the reasons they do it. But that doesn't mean that these are good decisions. And people who don't make these decisions, black people who don't make these decisions, do well in the United States.
Yeah, for sure. But that's like saying that white people that failed college and worked shitty jobs that take up professional streaming do well because I did well, right? I'm not like, because that's what I do. I stream, but I'm not going to advocate for everybody to do that. You say that black families, you say that black families are doing okay, but that's the exception, right? The single parent households are much more representative of the black family community than these great middle class black families that are doing fine. And even in these middle class black families that are doing fine, even in these ones, they still earn 10 to 15% less than the white family. So even your shining example of black people breaking the cycle are still not caught up to white families. It just seems really naive.
Hang on. Let's. They will never earn the same as white people. They will either earn less or more because you live in a free society. To the idea of thinking they will earn the same is crazy to me. I don't understand
why. Sure, but a 15% difference that's dramatic enough that it's probably being explained by something else than random chance. 15% is a pretty big difference in income.
What's the difference between that and women making different choices?
What do you mean?
Well, we agree that there's a wage gap. I mean, if this is like the racial wage gap, why is that not also the result of life choices?
I don't think I've ever been arguing that it is the result of life choices.
I know, and I am. I think that it's probably life choices that put them in those positions. And don't get me wrong, it might be that they come from disadvantaged areas, and these areas don't have the sort of job opportunities that, say, you know, some white kid in California might have. But again, I mean, I imagine there are people in Appalachia who have the same problem, and that's not a racial issue, obviously, is it? You know, that's a poverty issue.
Sure, but
right.
I don't know, man. You've had 250 years for white families to build their wealth and their status in the United States, and black people had Jim Crow revoked in 1964. To say that, like, well, now everything should be fine after 1 or 2 generations, everything will just reshuffle. That just seems insanely. Well, that is what you're saying.
You're not representing my position accurately.
Well, didn't you just say that they had 2 generations, so they should be caught up by now? Is that not what you're saying?
Look, there is no catching up. Okay, this is what I mean. There is no expecting black people to be doing the same as white people in a free society.
Okay, but it's not like they're even like on the way to catching up or on their way to
$66,000 a year is not a bad income.
Just for the people that have bucked the system, though.
That's not people who've bucked the system. That's people who have worked with the system. The people bucking the system are those who don't get married, who don't stay in school, who don't stay within the bounds of the law. They are the people bucking the system.
Depending on the system they're a part of, though, that might be the expected course.
The system of the United States with jobs, rules, laws, you know.
The United States is not a homogenous society, dude. A kid growing up in the fucking streets of Baltimore is going to have a lot less opportunity to him than a kid growing up to 2 parents living in San Francisco. These people are going to make fundamentally different decisions, not because one is more intelligent than the other, one has more agency than the other, but because both of them are almost as much a product of their environment as they are whatever individual decisions they make.
Of course they are.
So then I don't understand. If you agree with that, if you had parents that were affected by Jim Crow, how could you possibly think that all of that will just be erased? And that's just Jim Crow. These are the least egregious of the things that were affecting.
Now,
okay.
There are no kids in school now who have parents affected by Jim Crow.
Okay, but their parents were. I don't think that 1 or 2 generations is enough to just erase everything.
But I agree with you. Maybe that's the reason that black people earn like 12% less than white people on average married families.
On average, when you erase all of the other families that are having problems, not average black people completely, just the ones that are...
We're just talking about married black families.
Okay.
So maybe it's the fact that it's only been 2 generations that is the reason there's a 12% difference. I mean, I don't know. I'd have to.
Well, but no, because if we want to talk about the difference, we need to talk about these 2 groups cohesively. You can't just pick one little demographic of black people, and then once this little demographic catches up, especially if it's a minority in the black community, and then say, well, look, all of these problems are solved.
No, I'm not saying all of these problems are solved. I'm actually saying I think we know the root of the problems.
And the root of the problem is
parents not getting married.
Okay, and why wouldn't people get married?
Well, I don't know. You have to ask them. It's all about individual choice, isn't it? I imagine that a lot of it is, as you say, to do with the culture that they are born and raised in. But
are you married?
Sorry?
Are you married?
Yeah, I am, yeah.
Huh. I guess
it doesn't matter whether I'm married. The statistics...
Well, no, but because people getting married is like such a cultural thing. Like if you look at marriage rates in the United States today, I guess you're a little older than me. Younger people in the United States are not getting married.
Oh, I know.
Like in hardcore. So are they just making bad choices or?
Well, how well off are young people these days?
Probably better than the average, fucked up black single parent family.
Well, not by a lot then. I don't think a barista makes a lot of money, do they?
Yeah, but if you don't have a child and you're not living in the ghetto, you're probably doing okay. What?
Exactly. That's why they can get by. But they've made the choice not to have children. And white people who are single mothers who are white with children. I mean, that's
so, like if you look at first, if we pull back and look at this from a little bit more abstract, do you remember 10 years ago how everybody was saying that overpopulation was going to destroy the world, that we were going to have 50 billion people, right? Do you know why that ended up not being true?
Because it wasn't factually accurate?
Kind of. Because as every single developed nation moves more towards first world lifestyles,